guys, it's Mike, and we're back at the table today, taking a look at another surplus rifle. And I would like to say it's one of my favorites, but they all are one of my favorites, and that is the SKS. This particular one happens to be a commercially made Norinco Type 56 pattern. Of course, we do have a lot of variants on these guys, much like we have variants with our AR-15 platform rifles, but the core receiver is the same most part across all the SKSs, I believe, except for the Albanian. Now this one, right off the bat, if you know the SKS, does have some upgrades to it, including a custom made in the USA fire assembly and a detachable Pro Mag 10-round box magazine. Obviously, this is all to be done with 922R compliance. Of course, that doesn't need to be done if they are in their stock configuration. In its stock configuration, it would have a 10-round fixed internal box magazine, which would be fed through the port. So we would rack that back. There we go. And you would put in your clip into the clip guide and strip 10 rounds of 7.62 by 39. A great plinking round as well as a passable medium game round. Obviously, you guys may have remembered this guy has been on the channel before, and I took a pig with it with acceptable performance. Of course, magazine then comes right out. You load up your 10 rounds, insert the mag, and send it home. Obviously, it does have a last round bolt hole open, so it won't go forward now. So we got to press that follower, ride it home. You have an optimistic 1,000 meter sight, 7.62 by 39. That is quite optimistic. You do have a 20-inch barrel on these guys here, so you are getting good performance out of that 7.62 as opposed to a 16-inch or 18-inch AK. These guys can be picked up pretty affordably, especially these Norinco variants. The Tula-made SKS 45s, of course, your Russian originals, do run for quite a bit more, but obviously it has more collector value. If you're just looking for a SKS to get out and plink, the Norinco Type 56 commercial carbines are definitely the way to go. It's definitely what I ended up landing on. That's why she's here. But without too much further ado, we will get this guy out to the range and start putting some rounds on paper. Alrighty guys, we're out at the range now with the SKS, and we're gonna see how she can shoot. So like I said, a lot of people say they're more accurate than AKs, and I don't have anything to compare it to, but at least we can shoot this and kind of see how it groups. I even broke out an MOA target for us. We're going to be shooting some Privy Partisan 123 grain FMJs. This stuff has been, historically for me, some of the more accurate stuff that I put through the gun. So we'll go ahead and get her loaded up here. Alright, we got a target at 50 yards, because with iron sights, I'll be honest, that's all I feel comfortable trying to do for you. So we're now going to shoot this as accurately as anyone has ever tried to shoot an SKS. They're fun little rifles. Like I said, I say it about everything, but it is really one of my favorite surplus rifles. Depending on whether or not you live in a banned state, you can pick them up pretty cheaply. Let's go take a look at that target. Alrighty, so here's our group with the SKS. I think we got all on paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got two kind of low, so I'm shooting high right. I mean, the bulk of these are only in about a 3-inch group, or 4-inch if you want to count those down there. It's not by any means accurate by today's standards, but for me, just kind of crouching and shooting off a bag, it shows fine potential. Like I said, I've actually used this to hunt before. I took a pig at about 60 some odd yards with it. Of course, that's all within lethal range of a pig anyway. But what most people are going to buy the SKS for isn't for shooting into a target like that. It's for dumping it into shit from about 10 yards away. So we're going to step back safe enough, just because there is some metal here, and we're going to see what kind of group we can get at 15 yards. So we step back to about 20 yards, just because I don't want to be too close, since there is that little bit of metal support holding up the stump we're shooting. We'll see what we can do from this range.
Finish off the mag.
It's extremely effective. They're good guns just for having fun with. At the end of the day, I mean, that's what almost every SKS I've ever seen is, just some guy out in the woods shooting random stuff with it. But they do have a practical use. I'm sure if you wanted to get a mount for this, like an optic mount, they do make them for the gas block back here. It's doable. But in this kind of setup, they're more just for having fun. That's kind of why I did the magazine conversion in the first place with the aftermarket trigger assembly. Makes it a little easier to shoot, a little more fun to shoot. And if you're looking for a fun gun, they're totally worth it. I hope you guys like this video. Of course, leave a like, subscribe. More on the way. Thanks, guys.